Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
I, for one, would like to welcome our new Pendulum overlords. Anyways, Konami released the Forbidden and Limited list for November 9th. Whatever, let's go over the changes. Forbidden, APOQLIPHORT Towers, SHURIT, Construct, EXCITON Knight, Limited QLIPHORT Scout, GRAFF, Mathematician, NEKROZ Brio, NEKROZ UNICORE, Virtual Beast ULTI-CANNAHAWK, SHADDOLL Fusion, Reinforcement of the Army, Semi-Limited, Only Seer, and Unlimited, Chaos Sorcerer, supposedly for the 14th time, Legendary 6 Samurai Shien, SPELLBOOK of Fate, and GEARGIAGEAR. If we just break down what was hit, it was NEKROZ, Burning Abyss, SHADDOLLs, QLIPHORT/Towers Turbo, and Ritual Beasts. Instead of going over each individual card, I'd like to go over how the decks will change with Pendulums coming out. Let's start with NEKROZ because they got 3 hits this list. SHURIT went to 0, BRIONAC to 1, UNICORE to 1. SHURIT at 0 makes it almost impossible to summon Trishula, especially with BRIONAC Limited, and with UNICORE Limited. That also hurts the deck's consistency due to the Kaleidoscope UNICORE Herald of Arclight play. Just hitting BRIONAC of course hurts the consistency, but I think hitting UNICORE hurts the consistency more, and with the Jin releasers still banned, NEKROZ are not going to be seeing competitive play as they were. Tour Guide has been at 1 for some time now, and we're not getting Fiendish Rhino Warrior anytime soon it looks like, and now GRAFF is at 1 and Seer is at 2. GRAFF makes some really dumb turn 1 plays, but Seer gives the deck more longevity, summoning Dante back from grave and Dante getting Seer back, so it makes sense that Seer's at 2, just to keep the deck alive a little bit more, so turn 1 plays are going to be less explosive, but it has more longevity than Seer at 1. Regardless, Burning Abyss took a big hit, and that's not something they can take if they want to compete with Pendulums, which now they cannot. Rest in peace, Shaddolls. Mathematicians at 1, Construct at 0, and L-Fusion at 1. Construct at 0 makes basically everyone not want to play the deck anymore because Construct is the best SHADDOLL Fusion, with Winda and Shekanaga arguably being second best. Mathematician slows turn 1 plays of SHADDOLLs, and L-Fusion makes it so they basically cannot OTK, although they can keep getting the 1 L-Fusion back over and over again, because all the SHADDOLL Fusions can grab it back, but with Construct gone, you really can't make the Construct Squamata get just search L-Fusion play anymore, so RIP SHADDOLLs. Klee Towers is at 0 and Scouts at 1. Good thing Towers is gone because it's an unhealthy card, because any deck that's just like, I'm gonna summon this guy and then sit on it until I win, that's not a good strategy for the game. And any card that says, I search my whole archetype, is not good for the game. That's why Stratos is at 0. And random changes, Mathematician, even though it can kind of be a SHADDOLL card, it's really not, because it doesn't say SHADDOLL in the name, but there's nothing to do now. It wasn't really used in anything. Maybe we'll see more play in Burning Abyss if people do play Burning Abyss, but everyone's just going to hop on that Pendulum train. Chaos Sorcerer and Shien are both past their time. They're not going to make any difference at 3, and supposedly this is the 14th time Chaos Sorcerer has been unlimited. Reinforcement of the Army is at 1, and that hurts Tellarknights and Heroes, but no one's really playing either of those all that much anyways. SPELLBOOK of Fate and GEARGIAGEAR both at 3 isn't going to affect anything. Yeah, both decks get a boost, but no one's playing them and no one wants to play them anyways. Neither of them are as powerful as they used to be. EXCITON to 0 is pretty peculiar though, but I see the point because they want to push Pendulums and more rank 4s, but if Pendulums are making rank 4s, they're going to make EXCITON Knight all day and blow all the scales out, and Konami really wants people to just Pendulum summon all day and then Xyz. Konami saying stop playing what you're playing. We don't have Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy or Duelist Alliance again, but we have Pendulums. Play them, or you can't compete anymore. Magispectors, Ignites, Magicians, even Dino Mist are coming out now, and their Pendulums are getting more and more powerful. Perform Agent Pals in the OCG is probably the fastest deck I've seen in quite a long time, possibly even faster than Dragon Rulers, but they also have Shockmaster, which would wreck Dragon Rulers, but we're not here to talk about Dragon Rulers versus Perform Agent Pals. And unless the TCG gets Perform Pal Pendulum Wizard, that's not going to be a real competitive deck in the TCG. He's the reason the deck is good. However, Magispector and Magicians, and Magispector Magicians, Odd-Eye Magicians, whatever, they're going to be a threat, and they just make rank 7s or rank 4s, or just stop you from having monsters all day. And that's how the game's supposed to be played now, I guess. Goodbye, meta. Hello, pendulums. We are now in a pendulum state. Here we go. I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, go find another video you like, give that a like. Maybe I'll be back in January to talk about that list, if Konami decides to release it in January, or whenever it is, because they're not doing scheduled 3 months or 6 months releases any longer. Goodbye.